Happy Thursday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl with whatever. It's not a weekly message anymore. It's a message for the energies for the twins for the next few days. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking, sharing my stuff on YouTube and on Facebook. Welcome to all the new members to the tribe. You guys are awesome. Thank you all who have reached out for readings and healing sessions with me. You guys are fantastic. I love hearing your stories, your comments, everything. You guys are the best. I really feel so much love from you all. And I am incredibly grateful for everything that you allow me to do for you guys. So with that, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about just real quick today. Or maybe not real quick, I don't know, whatever, it is what it is, right? The first thing that I'm being guided to talk to you guys about is being in the now. Everybody has always been so focused. I'm not going to even say everybody. The divine feminine is so focused on when, future. We're forgetting to enjoy the present moment. And that's the most, one of the most beautiful parts of this journey is being in the present, living every day to the fullest, finding the joy in every experience we go through. So I just want to kind of remind you guys to live for now. Yeah, the future is great, but we don't know what tomorrow brings. And it seems like a huge waste of time to just be focused only on the future. So take today, embrace today, love today for what it is. The ups, the downs, whatever it brings, it's all part of the grand scheme of things. It's all part of the big blueprint. So find joy in it, guys. The second message I wanted to talk about, and this is, actually I think there's three things I have to talk about. Okay, yeah. The next thing I have to talk about is something that my dear, beautiful soul, Jesse from California. Hi, Jess, I love you. He and I have been talking about a lot lately. And that's like, what is union? What does that mean for everybody? What is it going to look like? We know that the 3D idea of marriage is like kaput, like that shit's done. As we know, 60% of marriages fail. We also know so many of our twins are married, and we know what that little piece of paper means, which is nothing at this point. It's where their souls are at. It's not about, the law of what marriage is supposed to be. So we were really talking about what union was. And I really want to say that I think for everyone, it's going to be very different. We know it's not going to be what it was, the traditional 3D construct of legal marriage. And I mean, yeah, maybe some of, the twins will be getting married legally, whatever. But that doesn't mean that that's what it has to be. So as I was sitting with this whole idea, I sat, and I'm like, well, I think we all need to kind of have a clear picture of what we want our union to be. So I kind of did this picture, and it sucks because I don't draw worth a shit. I can't even make a decent circle. But it made me think of a Venn diagram. And for those of you who don't remember Venn diagrams from school or whatever, there's circles that can join or encompass each other that show how much of each individual there is in something. So like, for example, this is a Venn diagram of the divine feminine being the big circle and the divine masculine being the little tiny circle. And the divine masculine is completely encompassed into the divine feminine. This is bullshit, okay? This is like a codependent thing, I feel like. It's how relationships have been in the past. The divine feminine it's that bird in the cage. It's wanting to hold on and control everything about them. And the same goes for the divine masculine and the divine feminine bubble. This is about the divine masculine being completely in control of the relationship and the divine feminine. This shit doesn't work, okay? So what we're coming into and what I feel like union is supposed to be about, and it can be whatever you want it to be, but this is just my feelings on it, is there needs to be two bubbles, separate bubbles that are cojoined in a certain amount of space, where the divine feminine can still be herself and have her world and her independence and her freedom, and the divine masculine can have the same. There's an agreed amount of space in that relationship to allow for freedom. But there's also this beautiful place in the middle that's about a choice to be in union, a choice to come together in the way you both want to and still have your own independence. So I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, but as to that, guys, I guess, so what I'm trying to explain is that we both have our careers, we both have the things we like to do. Yes, certain parts of that are going to intersect, but that doesn't mean everybody's in everybody's shit about everything. So like my divine masculine, I adore him, I love him. I don't want to be involved in his business unless he wants me to be involved in his business. I mean, his professional business, or his personal business. Involve me in what you choose, babe. The same goes for me. I don't want him telling me how to do my videos unless there's a beautiful suggestion he would like to make. You know, we have our independence, and we have the things we like to do on our own. Then there are things we like to do together. So you come together in that place. You know, that union space between the circles is about how you live and choose to interact with each other. So sharing space doesn't have to be about being all up in each other's space, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Our unions are going to be very specialized for each of us. And where they intersect is where we want them to intersect. Not because they have to or they're supposed to by some 3D rules. It's where we're going to be consciously choosing to honor that part of ourselves. So everybody's union is going to be different. And that's, I guess, kind of my point of that, which leads me into the last thing I want to talk about really quickly before we get to the reading. And that is the last 3 days I have been given very clear messages regarding us needing to, us, divine masculine and feminine, those masculines that watch, about getting into a really clear space. Clarity, mental clarity, physical clarity. And the words that have been coming to me are fasting. Now, I am not a firm believer in not consuming food for 3 days. So when I talk about this, I'm not speaking of you not eating for 3 days. But what I've been guided to share and just put out there for you guys is that in fasting, there is clarity. There is an allowance of, there is first of all a sacrifice and an allowance of hearing God clearly. But what that means is, and what the angels have been telling me is, we're not being asked to fast in the traditional way of not consuming anything. We're being asked to fast from the things that are extra, that we don't need to survive. So it could be food items, junk food, coffee, cigarettes, tobaccos. It could be things like that. Alcohol. It could be playing video games. It could be anything that takes you out of the present moment and takes you out of being mindful. So this is what I'm trying to explain, I guess, is that the messages that I have been getting are asking us to be mindful, to come in a place to fast from the things that take us away from our mindfulness, and to use that time that we would spend watching TV or playing video games or drinking coffee or going to the bar for a couple of drinks or, chowing down on an entire bag of chips, whatever your thing is, guys. And bring it back to kind of like what we really need. and not in excess. And then take that extra time that we would be using doing those excess things and step into a place of just mindfulness. You know, connect with your body, connect with source, connect with your breathing. You know, because with that is going to come some great clarity. And with that, I feel like we can really set out and put out the proper intent of what we want, what we would like our unions to look like. It will also help us very clearly, you know, be in the now moment, be in that present moment, and find joy in the little things. So, okay, blah, blah, blah. That's all on that, guys. To the reading, to the cards. And actually today I did get some separation between the masculine and feminine. It's actually kind of really interesting. So I used, what did I use? I used the Mythical Goddess Tarot. I used Gaia. And the Whispers of Love deck. Of which I am going to read out of the book for the Gaia cards today. Okay, so we're going to start with our masculine, our beloved divine masculine. And the first card we pulled is the Earth, the 5 of Earth card. Manipulation. This says a lot, divine masculine. This is where they've been at. They have been puppets on a string. The people in their world have manipulated them, have used them, have literally made them jump when they wanted them to jump. And the divine masculine is tired. I mean, is really tired of being this puppet for everyone else in their world. They are aware of this, they have recognized this, and they are ready to cut those strings. A puppet is not honoring themselves. A puppet is selling out to everyone else with good intention initially, by all means. They want to make everybody happy in their world. And they have done that, and they have tried so hard. The simple fact is the puppet's never going to make anybody happy if they themselves are not happy. So the divine masculine is at a place where they recognize they've been a puppet. They're ready to cut those strings, and that brings us to the next card, which is the 4, the Lilith card, Power. Lilith broke away from everything that she felt controlled by. She spread her wings and took off. She stood in her own power, in knowing her own truth, and wanting to have the life she felt she deserved. And deserved not as in like, oh yeah, I'm better than anybody else or anything like that deserved, but in the fact that she wanted her freedom. She felt she had a truth that she needed to express, and she took that, a hold of that, and she did with it what she needed to do. That's what our masculine's doing. They're done with being this puppet. They want to step into their power, and they're doing it. They are doing it in the most beautiful way. They are truly ready to take flight. Now, they also understand within taking flight, which leads us to the next card, which is the Child of the Seas. In taking flight, this is going to create some turbulent waters, okay? This is going to stir up all kinds of shit in their world, but they are safe. They are safe like this little baby in this cocoon. They are protected. Everything they are planning on doing by stepping into their power is going to work out exactly to their benefit, because they are safe from it all. They are safe from all of this turbulent water. They are just resting in peaceful knowing that they are in their heart. They are in their warm, safe place. And as long as they're leading from their heart, got nothing to worry about. So the masculine's in a really, really good place for this week right now, coming up. This week, now, whatever. they are ready to make these changes, step into their power. They're doing it. I've seen it. You know, the stories that are coming to me from you guys, it's happening. It is beautiful. So know, masculine, that if you are still fearful of what all of this means for you and where this is going, you are protected and safe. You are not going to be damaged by any of the turbulence that this is going to create. Okay, so the next card is going to be for the feminine, our divine feminine darlings. And this is the Eight of Fire. All right, and the Eight of Fire talks about expression from the heart. You know, the big thing about this card to the divine feminine, and the most important thing, is truly, this is about living from your heart's passion again. So many of you are still struggling with getting into this heart-centered place. It's time, because what comes out of you being in this place of being able to fully express your heart in a way of no doubts and no fears anymore is the next card, which is the Child of Fire, which is the creative spark. Okay? Living in our passion, living in our full heart is what is going to bring about our creative energy, our ideas, our mission for ourselves. I'm saying it, for ourselves. Let's not worry about mission with our twin right now. Focusing on ourselves. It's part of being mindful, you know, that I was talking about before, and being in the now. In the now is about us. In the now is about what we need to do with today, to use our gifts and to step into our mission. You know, it truly speaks to me of embracing the love and allowing it to ignite that fire inside of our bellies, inside of our bodies. You know, this also does speak of passion, obviously, and love. Love for our twin, love for ourselves, love for our God. So yeah, creative spark. This is where our ideas are going to come from, guys, ladies, gentlemen. Okay, so the next card for the divine feminine is the Child of Earth. We got a lot of child cards. We got 3 child cards. Kind of interesting. Okay, and the Child of Earth talks about design. The Earth cards are about bringing things into the 3D, into the physical world. This design card, I feel, talks about how putting these expressions and creative sparks into our real world, making shit happen. I also feel like, you know, in my last video, I talked about the tree and grounding. And there it is again, this beautiful, huge tree with these roots. I mean, like we talked about in the meditation that I did about the roots of the tree just burying themselves into Mother Earth. You know, so it's about living in our heart, but also being able to ground ourselves to make these things happen in the 3D, to bring them into actual practice in the world. So we can run our businesses, so we can do the things we need to do, because you know what? You know, part of that Venn diagram that I talked about union, is it's not about our twins taking care of us. It's about us taking care of us. It's about us being financially solid and yeah, we may not be on the level of our twins, but we can fucking pay our own bills. We can do what we need to do for ourselves. It's not their responsibility by any means. You know, again, those are old 3D paradigms. So we really got to step into this now, divine feminine. It is our time. Make shit happen in the 3D world for yourself. Get your finances in order. Get your home in order. Get your life in order. You know, the 21st is coming quick, and that energy is going to, so be ready, guys. Okay, next 3 cards. Okay, so the next card I got was for the masculine. This is from the Gaia Oracle. And this is so beautiful because this totally ties into what they're reading, you know, what the other cards were saying from the whoosy whatsy, the mythical goddess tarot deck. And this is the perception card. And it is so awesome because there's a butterfly, which I don't know if you can see, and then there's this gorgeous throat chakra light. And it talks about, you know, beyond the veil of illusion. Stepping beyond the veil. What does that mean exactly? It means not looking at the world through the 3D way we were taught anymore. It means looking at the world through this transformation that we've had, seeing the world through new eyes, and seeing that life wasn't meant to be the way it's been for all these years. There is a new world being created. It is beautiful, and it is being led by the twins. And the masculine is coming to this place where they see it. They finally see it, and they're ready to speak their truths. Speak their truths. And I'm telling you, it's coming a lot quicker than you guys think. So, Divine Masculine, you guys are awesome. You're doing your work, and you're doing it so quickly. I want to really, put out there how impressed I am with the accelerated path that you have been on, and how you are just literally embracing the hell out of it. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So, okay, for the feminine, I got, what did I get? The Moonlight card, ladies, gentlemen that are the Divine Feminine. This talks about travel, romance, potential, by the light of the moon. I mean, this is really, truly a card of romance and love and passion coming in. And again, this is the full moon. I don't know when the full moon is, but I know it's coming up, I believe, next week sometime in the early part of the week, maybe like the 12th or something, 13th, I don't know exactly. Or is that the end of next week? I don't even know. I'm like, on the dates. I'm lucky I remember it's 2017. But this is about love and romance and travel and movement. And I see this full moon, and by the light of the moon, good things come. Good things come. So keep the faith. And the last card I have, oh shit, I was going to read out of the Gaia book for both of those cards, and I totally forgot. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go back and do that, you guys. Because I feel like, I felt like that there was something that needed to be said specifically. So I'm going to go back for 1 minute, okay? Sorry. And read the perception card for the masculine. And it says, the lady featured in this card looks directly at the observer. She radiates love and wisdom, yet stands firmly in her own truth. From this standpoint, she is able to see beyond the veil of illusion. She has shown up in the reading today to reflect these same qualities within you, the Divine Masculine. You are advised to stand your ground with regards to a particular person or issue. Stand within your own truth. Don't be swayed by another's beliefs, opinions, or views. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not. Trust your intuition and gut feeling on this. Be true to yourself. You can respect another's view without having to change your value system. If it doesn't align with your values, then don't take it on. The affirmation that goes with that says, I honor another's truth, but stand firm within my own. I am comfortable with who I am. I keep an open heart and mind. I empower myself when I honor my values. In being true to me, I am also true to others. So that's super beautiful for the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Feminine has the Moonlight card. Okay, see? Moonlight card. There you go, guys. And it says, romance is in the air. You will soon travel to somewhere special. A romantic evening leads you to discover a source of untapped and virtually unlimited potential. A simple yet inspirational idea comes to you and will have you look at life from a new perspective. Ooh, new perspective, new perception. Very interesting. Through this, you will create something new, something that will be of lasting value. Relax, unwind, and enjoy this time. The reflective light of the moon fills your heart with love and reveals a deep well of untapped creative possibilities. The affirmation that goes with this says, I invite romance into my life. I look at things from a new perspective. My life is full of unlimited potential. Creative possibilities are all around me. Life is an endless source of inspiration. So those tie directly back into, you guys, you know, the other cards from the Goddess Tarot deck. I mean, literally, you know, the Moonlight card talks about this love, okay, this fire, this passion, and bringing things into the 3D world. And this new perception for the masculine, and seeing how things have not been the way they should be in their lives, and taking the bulls by the horn, you know. They've got this. So the last card I have for the union, for divine masculine and feminine, is, like I said, from the Whispers of Love deck, and this is Slow Down. And this card is so absolutely beautiful. The colors on this card, the drawing on this card. And it says, when you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. And here she is resting, and, you know, her hair is in a form of a pathway. And there's this beautiful little divine couple dancing together at the bottom. And then we've got, you know, these two little fish swimming together at the top, you know, twins everywhere, twins, twins, twins. But what this really is talking about is not just slowing down in what we need to do. It's slowing down because the energies have been so high. It's acknowledging that we do need rest. We do need to slow our minds down. Because in slowing our minds down, we can hear our divine messages. We can connect to our twin on a 5D. We can connect to our twin on the 3D. I mean, like, there are limitless possibilities when we just kind of breathe. Take a breath. The poor masculine have been on this crazy ass accelerated journey that has been just like whoosh. The feminine has been on this journey for so freaking long. They're just like, everybody needs to rest right now. The beautiful thing is, on January 7th, which I believe is, 2 days from now, all of our planets go direct. That's a big deal cosmically, energetically, for all of us. It is going to put things on this true path of forward momentum in a beautiful, great way. Yeah, so you guys, I hope this reading was helpful for you. I want to thank you all again for your love, for your support, for your comments, for your questions, for sharing your stories, for allowing me into your lives. Yeah, you're so beautiful, and it really touches me every day that I can be some sort of source of light and hope and love for you, and getting you through the challenging times. With that, sending love and light, gratitude and blessings always, you guys. I love you, and we'll talk soon. Bye.